When you heard the word Alzheimer's, what did that do to you?
I was devastated.
We have some alarming numbers to share from the latest report from the Alzheimer's Association. If there is no breakthrough in research, it's estimated that by the year 2050, just 30 years from now, the number of Americans with Alzheimer's will more than double.
What's your husband's name?
My husband's?
Your husband's name?
Yeah.
The guy sitting to your
Yeah.
left?
People get confused. They don't understand that dementia is the umbrella word for all the different types of dementias. I believe there's over 100 different types of dementias. It can be Alzheimer's, it can be Lewy body, it can be alcohol-related dementia. There's all kinds of different dementias. So people can get it young in life, or they could have traumatic injuries earlier in life, or drug abuse earlier in life, and then the dementia comes later. When it gets to the point that they cannot remember or order off the menu, or they start wandering, then we have to move them to memory care. And memory care is secured because probably 40% of your population in memory care, they start to exit seek, so they're always thinking, I need to go home, I need to catch the bus, I have to get to work, because they live in the past, they don't live in the current time.
My grandmother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in 2017, so I had just turned 9 years old. And it was interesting because my mother had worked in memory care facilities with Alzheimer's patients for years doing arts. And so I had experience with people with the disease, but it was hard having a family member who also had the disease. And we noticed changes slowly. At first she couldn't remember. For instance, there was a moment when she came to my Christmas show at my school, and it was at our church, and she looked around and she goes, wow, this church is so beautiful, I've never been here before. And this is where my parents had been married, so she had been there before a few times, and she had forgot she had visited. So it was little things at first, and then eventually, as years passed, she forgot where she had lived most recently. She forgot a few of our names, to jumble up names of family and friends, and forgot how to drive, forgot how to do basic things. And eventually during COVID, she had to move in with us, and that was hard because with COVID, she couldn't go out as much. She loved walking, she loved being in the outdoors. And so with the disease, it also didn't help her being cooped up inside with all of us. And then eventually we had to put her inside our memory care facility.
They are literally remembering and living in the past. They can remember when they were 20, 21, when they got married. They can remember all those details.
My grandmother could remember her siblings' names, her dad's names, the town she grew up in, where she worked, her first husband, where she lived in the Midwest. She remembered all of that, but she couldn't remember what she had for breakfast, what she had for dinner just a few minutes ago, or who we were, or where she was.
The here and now they can't remember. That's gone. That's the short-term memory that's gone. So they can't remember what they had for breakfast, but they can tell you what happened when they were 25.
They always seem to remember the past very well.
Is Edmund Alvarado.
Edmund?
Mm-hmm. Age 83, born December 3rd of 1942.
There you go.
At 1:55 p.m. in the afternoon.
They always forget short-term memory, but they always have a very good long-term memory.
This car that I had, my grandfather and grandmother bought it for me, was a 1972 Chevy Malibu 350 Super Sport.
Some patients can remember their first job.
Job, United States Army.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
to remember that they were one time journalists.
The Watts riot, that was the story. I was down there amongst the people getting stuff thrown at us. The Watts riots were a big mistake for the people that had them. Yeah. Because they never recovered.
Some patients can remember like to the date when they were born, to the minute, but they can't remember who their children are. They get all confused. So these intricacies that they can remember from a long time ago are still there in their mind, but their short-term memory is gone. They can't remember anything that happened recently. My grandmother was always a very sweet and kind woman. She would call my brother and I Sugar. She's from the Midwest, so she had all those little nicknames for us. It was very nice. And she was always so sweet, would give us anything we asked for. And then we noticed she would get more irritable.
Oh, God.
Everything's fine, Mom.
Well, how come? It's horrible.
Please don't take their words to you personally, because a lot of families do. They get angry and they get hurt because people with dementia, they always take most of their anger and frustration out at their loved ones.
As the years progressed, this was towards the end, she started cursing a lot, which was, I've never heard her curse before, which was really unusual. And it all just kind of came out, all this anger that was so unusual for her.
I always say that's just the dementia talking. And can you imagine keep getting asked questions from your loved ones. You know the answer, you can't get the words out properly. And so then you get uncomfortable, you get embarrassed, because you're probably a very intelligent person. Most people with dementia are. So they get angry and frustrated, and then they shut down or they lash out. You can't take it personally. That's just the dementia talking. Sundowning is just this weird thing that happens to not all, but probably to most people with dementia. Is usually, sundowning would be after the sun goes down, but we find that no, it can happen like after lunch. So it's usually around 1, 3, 5, 7, where some residents really just start acting out, much more confused. And then the behaviors come because they're confused and they might be scared or they might be paranoid. And so with each resident, you're going to know, well, when does their sundowning start? Okay, so then the doctor can help us prescribe as to when's the best time to give certain meds, because we know it's coming and you want to get ahead of it.
Obviously, it's a horrible, depressing disease, but it is fun to see how people never seem to lose their sense of humor.
I have a ton of stories, but one that cracks me up about our memory care now is, the age group is, let's say, 79 to 104 in our memory care. And we have a big screen TV, and so every other day they do a big rock documentary that they can just get online or YouTube. And the residents lose their minds. They love it because it brings back all the concerts and music that they knew from the 60s and the 70s. And some of them that can barely stand will all of a sudden stand up and start dancing, and they all can remember the words to the music, so it's pretty powerful, fun to watch.
I've seen people constantly crack jokes, pull pranks, and they're just funny. I mean, obviously the disease will make you do strange and unusual things.
No, you're gonna hurt yourself. Edmund? What? No, because you're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my goodness, you're strong. Yeah. No, really? No cuts.
It's like antics or pranks or whatever. So even with how sad the disease is itself, it's still fun to see how people never lose their sense of humor. It's really fun.
Don't be afraid. You got to be brutally honest to be able to say, I can do this, this, and this, but I can't do this, this, and this for this person. I need help. I need more family members. We need to hire a caregiver. If they're always exit seeking and running away and the police are always finding them, you could get in big trouble because you're family and they'll come after you. So make sure that you get them into a great community, senior living community with a great memory care that's secured to protect them, because it doesn't matter, they're always going to say, no, 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 I don't want to move. Who wants to move out of their home, right? But the bottom line is they need to be safe, and you need to be protected as well as their loved ones.
And the only price you pay is a heart full of tears. Going down to Lonesome Town, where the broken hearts stay. Going down to Lonesome Town to cry my troubles